Here we are using the wet chop technique, which doesn't require ultrasound to fracture the nucleus. Despite its thickness, the cataract wasn't too hard and we had no issues removing it completely and without complications. The capsular bag is intact and now we are going to implant the IOL inside it. We are using a new IOL which has 4 haptics, so it's different from what we are used to do. As we can see, now it's time to put the haptics inside the bag, but oops, something is not right. We can see that the IOL is not behaving properly and that the capsular bag is strange. We try to put the IOL in the center more gently, but suddenly we check with more attention and now we're gonna see with arrows that there is a PCR. So, the posterior capsule rupture is the most common complication in cataracts, and in this case we didn't see when it happened. In order to avoid further complications, we are injecting an air bubble to check if there is any vitreous prolapse. Once we see there is no vitreous in the anterior chamber, we're gonna find out the roots of this PCR. Every investigation follows evidences, like the one which we see in this picture, which was performed by Dr. Robert Wilson, the famous picture of the Loch Ness monster. Many have followed him, but so far, until nowadays, there are no really proofs of it, just some suspicious. In our case, we found out as the first thing that we changed the IOL. Usually we use a 2 haptics IOL and in this case we had a 4 haptics. So, evidence number 1. Everybody knows how important is phacofluidics, and here we see a leakage in one of our paracenteses. So, second evidence. In a still image of the surgery, we can see that there was already a PCR under the optic zone of the intraocular lens. Now, with a bigger zoom, we can see it clearer. Here, with a different filter, we can have another perspective of the unseen PCR, so evidence number 3. In the search for more evidences, we rewatch the movie and look what we have found. As we're using a new IOL, it took us more time to put it inside the cartridge. In other words, the anterior chamber was empty for 2 minutes, and the imbalance in the pressure gradient made the vitreous push the posterior capsule anteriorly, proving that, like the Loch Ness monster, vitreous in cataract surgery arises when we are not prepared to see it. Thank you all for your attention.